Hello there again, all you good YouTubers. This is a sort of a follow-on video from my first video about the drivers versus cyclists sort of issue that we have here in the UK. Seem to have developed in the past few years. I do think that a lot of drivers are looking at the bad cyclists and tarring a lot of the good cyclists with the same brush, which I didn't think is very fair. And I don't know, I thought I'd clear up a few issues. I think one of the issues that I've sort of seen that has not been raised really on YouTube with cyclists on the road is current problems with roundabouts. Now a lot of people, cyclists especially, will understand this, that going through sort of busy roundabouts while there's a lot of traffic is pretty hard. It's not the easiest of tasks and takes a little bit of talent really to manoeuvre yourself into the correct lanes and to be able to, take the roundabout. So what I did was I thought to myself, well, okay, being as a good driver, motorcyclist and cyclist, I constantly review through the DVLA site and constantly, search through all the rules and regulations basically on what is the correct way of approaching these problems, how you're supposed to deal with them, what's the rules set in place so that you can operate whatever vehicle it is, whether it's a cycle, a motorcycle or a car, in the most correct manner. Obviously, as we know, when you're actually in a car or whatever, you get into your lanes, you indicate appropriately, the same as it is with a motorcycle. You indicate appropriately, make sure that all the road users know exactly where you're going, what you're doing, how to do it, and you have to do it ahead of time. If you do it right at the last minute, it's just stupid and hazardous, and it's technically your fault for indicating incorrectly to let other road users know where the hell you're going, left, right, centre, or whatever. With the cyclist, the only thing he's got is obviously indicating with his arms, which is clearly what he should do. Now the thing is, when it comes especially off certain junctions, when they split into dual carriage junctions coming up to roundabouts, what the hell does a cyclist do? The car driver or car traffic travels way too fast. In fact, I'd say 90% of drivers brake at the very last minute. They enter the yellow line hatchings and they just run across them, and they don't even apply the brakes until at least halfway down the slowdown zone. Which doesn't surprise me. I mean, I've seen it so many times, it happens quite a lot. It's a common sight, for me. Now the problem occurs is that for a cyclist who's travelling at, he's not going to be travelling really much more than 30 miles an hour unless, he's really giving it some stick on the pedals. And on long distance journeys, which most cyclists do. I mean, I cover in a weekend. I'll cover to 60 to 100 miles in one weekend on a push bike. Which I mean, I wouldn't go out for any sort of lesser journey than if I was going down the road to do 2 miles, I'd walk it. If I was doing over that 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 miles, as I say, I'd take the push bike. Any more than 100 miles, I'd really be thinking about taking the bike or a car. Even though I don't currently own a car, I only own motorcycles and push bikes. But when it comes up to, basically when you come up to a junction on a push bike, because you are travelling, let's say 15, 20 miles an hour, traffic, when you want to change lane, if you want to change and you want to turn right at the roundabout, traffic is travelling in excess of that speed. So it's difficult to get into lane without causing an accident. I mean, cyclists prime safety on his own self as well as his safety is on the road, and doesn't necessarily want to cause a hazard to a car driver either. Well, a good cyclist doesn't anyway. I'm sure there are cyclists out there that really don't care, and would quite happily cause an accident because they really just don't give a crap. And these are the red light jumpers, which I don't really have much respect for. You know, the rules of the road, and you respect the road, and you respect other people on it, whether they drive a car or whether they, you know, ride another push bike, makes no difference. You know, you respect users on the road. Now, when you do come up to these, sometimes I'll say that the laws is you end up in the inside, you end up in the left-hand lanes, and you want to turn right. And technically, a cyclist won't technically, by the rules of the road, be able to turn right because he's in the wrong lane. He's not in the right-hand turning lane. So what can he do? Well, it turns out, looking on the rules and regulations on the websites, that basically, even if a cyclist is in the incorrect lane, which is the lane for straight on or turn left, he indicates from that lane, showing drivers in cars in the right hand lane, which you're going to turn right, that obviously there is a cyclist who is in the inappropriate lane, or incorrect lane, let's not say inappropriate, incorrect lane, who actually wishes to be in that lane and wishes to turn right. So therefore, you know, drivers can slow down and allow the cyclist to be able to go around the roundabout and turn right. It is also stated that if it is too busy, it is the cyclist's choice, only his choice, it's not law, but it is his choice, that he could dismount and use the pedestrian crossings if there is any, like for instance, you know, the traffic lights. And so usually when you get the little green man, you get the little cycle green light that comes on, and he can cross round the roundabout to his exit where he wants to be, then rejoin and then start cycling on the road, or that side of the exit on the side of the road, which is also safer if that he believes his safety is going to be compromised because the traffic is too heavy, too running too fast, etc. There is the law though, and it must be pointed out that it is illegal to cycle on the pavement. So don't think, oh yeah, because you know you can do that, you can cycle on the pavement. No, it's called dismounting, and what you do is you walk your bike you know, across the road through the pedestrian crossings, and then you remount your bike on when you get to the other side on the road. Pretty simple really. It's not brain science. Yeah, I mean, some car drivers seem to think that they can take precedent over this. Funny thing is, car drivers are more penalised with this because you hold a driving licence. It's as simple as plain cut as that. You've took a test, you've passed the test, you've gone through all this. You technically should know more of the rules of the road than cyclists, so therefore that's why the onus is more on the car driver than it is on the cyclist. That's one of the reasons why it's up to the car driver to pay more attention and look out for cyclists. And pretty much the rules and regulations. I mean, if people who argue the toss about this and don't like these rules and regulations, they don't like doing that, they form their own opinion on whatever. Well, that's your opinion. The thing is, you've got a license and you step inside a car and drive a car, you have to conform to those rules and regulations. That's why you've got a license in the first place. Otherwise, if you don't want to conform to those rules and regulations of the road, guess what? Don't drive. You know, you want the advantages of doing what a cyclist can do, then you should get out the car and get a cycle yourself. It's as simple as that. There's no real complexities to it, but the rules and regulations are there, and it should be upheld because it does make driving and cycling on the road quite fun, simple and safe. Anyway, do loads of comments, whatever. This is like my first face on cam video, so be a bit nice with me anyway, by the way. But yeah, I'll be happy to answer any questions. Anyway, my 10 minutes for the YouTube limit is up. So I shall speak to you soon. Thanks a lot.